Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Friday, August 21st, 2020, and today is options expiration day. It's been a fairly quiet day so far. We haven't really seen a whole lot of movement, more so consolidation action throughout the session. So we initially opened around the prior day's closing price after what was setting up to be a weak overnight session that rallied back towards prior day's close at the open. So we ended up pretty flat on the open. The ES tested down a little bit, pushed back up higher, and we've kind of chopped around the majority of the session. We're currently trading a little bit closer to the highs now. Same type of action in the NASDAQ, pushed down early, then pushed higher, and has consolidated. And a little bit different action in the Russell and the YM. But what I'm going to do this afternoon is take a look at a simple pattern that we have in play on options expiration day. So let me come in here and set this up in all four instruments. And the setup is going to be based upon entering at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll exit at the close 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm not going to use an opening filter just to keep as many samples as possible, and we had a flat open. But I am going to go into the post-open filters, and I'm going to describe a really simple pattern here where the open is in the bottom half of the range. And then as of 3 p.m., since that's the entry time that I'm using, the price at 3 p.m. is in the top half of the range. So by definition, you are trading above the open, but that's also showing a little bit of a green candlestick that is developing as well on the daily candlestick. And also, I'm going to add above a 200-day simple moving average. I'm just going to use the 200-day in this instance because we'll get pretty thin on samples if I start going if I start adding too many more things to it, since options expiration only happens once a month. And then lastly, in the market events section, we can find this options expiration day, add that, and then hit view results. And here we go. So these are the results of going long at 3 p.m. Eastern Time and exiting at the close 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time on options expiration day when above a 200-day moving average, and the current price action has the open in the bottom 50% of the daily range, and the 3 p.m. price is in the top 50% of the daily range. So a green candlestick forming there, trading a little bit closer to the highs and to the lows. And what we've got are 42 samples in the ES, 43 in the NASDAQ, 46 in the YM, and 39 in the Russell. So similar sample sizes there among all of them. And looking at the win rates, we've got ES about 60%, NASDAQ 63%, YM 50%, and Russell 62%. So 3 of the 4 of these are hanging right around 60% or a little bit better, and YM is just neutral. So the win rates suggest historically it has done a little bit better on the long side going into the close. If you do look at the average win to average loss, you will notice the average loss on 3 of the 4 here has been larger than the average win. So we saw that this morning as well. We didn't really see a strong directional bias in the numbers this morning, but we did see the average loss was larger than the average win on all of these. We're seeing that again here, except we're starting to see win rates that are getting a little bit stronger. So historically, the odds have slightly leaned towards the bullish side, but when it's wrong, it has favored bigger moves to the downside. So a little bit riskier moves on the downside when it doesn't work out. So hopefully you found that interesting. Good luck the rest of the day, and we will see you next week.